Today, I want to share on a controversial topic that most people don't agree with, which is spiritual husband or spiritual wife. Majority of people on earth don't agree to that reality. But as a Christian and with my level of experience in life, I have come to realize that these things are true. You may not believe it because you have not encountered it, but I have met with people who have actually encountered these things. Over 10 years ago, I was to handle a particular woman who was actually married and she had no children. And she had been believing God for a while, trusting God for children. And she came for prayers. During the course of the prayers, as I was about to start praying for her, the Spirit of God ministered to me and said, this woman had what they call spiritual husband. So, being that I was still very young then in ministry, I was afraid to say that to her. But I just summoned courage and I said to her, Madam, God is saying we need to pray against spiritual husband. She shouted, she said, that is her major problem. Now, here's her story. According to her, she said, it's a serious problem for her and also in her marriage, to the extent that even her husband is currently aware of the situation. Now, she said something that is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. But what happened? She said the man normally come to make love with her, but on this fateful day, the husband traveled. She was just alone in the house. Then the man came, the spiritual man came. She was wearing a nightgown, sleeping with a nightgown. The man came. She could feel that the man is around. She saw everything happening. The man removed everything, folded it, and did whatever he did with her and left. While she woke up in the morning, she saw herself not wearing anything and her nightgown properly folded and kept aside, just the same way it was. That is how terrible her case was. And because of that, she has not been able to conceive. And that has been a problem because now these are the symptoms. When you are having spiritual husband or spiritual wife, one of the things that they are going to fight with in your life is having children. They are never going to allow you have children, or if peradventure you are going to have children, they are going to make your marriage unbearable. They are going to make your marriage hell. So these are the symptoms that when you start seeing these things, just understand that there is a supernatural force somewhere trying to intervene in your marriage. Now, while I was in Lagos, I was in Surulere. I had somebody who actually was in the same compound with me. He came from Calabar. Now, at a particular time, he was supposed to travel to their village for a ritual, a particular ritual. He told me then that he was not going because he believed in Jesus. He said he's not going to do that. And his parents were actually calling and calling, asking him to come and do the needful because it is age group that must do that. Now, what was the ceremony or the ritual all about? It was all about going to the river to go and get married to the spirit in the river. All the age groups, the boys, all of them, they will do sacrifices and do all that. They will go to the river and get married to the spirit of that river like that. Okay, so just imagine doing such a thing and you think that you will not have spiritual husband or you will think you will not have spiritual wife. So these things are reality. These things are real. Now, let me also share to you my experience with a particular lady that was actually coming for prayer. One of these days, she came for prayers and I prayed for her and I said to her, I killed that baby. She said, Amen. When she got home, she slept and she saw that the man that is actually coming to make out with her came and was very angry with her and said, you went and made that pastor to kill our child. He was very angry in that dream. And he said, I'm going to get you pregnant again. If you kill this one, I'm going to come after you. I will destroy you and all that. So she came for prayer the next day. She narrated this story, this dream with me. And I said to her, that is a spiritual husband. And you know how it is in the spirit. She also gave birth that same day in that dream. And I said to her, this one we are also going to terminate this one. And we prayed. And the man came the following day and was so angry, saying that he was going to destroy her. All right. The third day she came for prayer. And I said, now it is time to deal with that man. So when she was about to leave, I just called her back and I said, take a sword. I said, take a sword. If he appeared this night, use this sword and terminate his life. He left. She left. That night, the man appeared, very angry and furious to deal with her. And all of a sudden, the sword just appeared in her hands, and she end the life of that spirit. And that was the end of that spiritual embarrassment. So if you know you are facing such a thing like this, you are having multiple people coming to your dream to make out with you, you need to seek for deliverance. You need to pray seriously, because the enemies are obviously after your life. Or you see yourself in the dream all the time, you are making out with people. At the end of the day, it's going to affect your relationship. You start having physical disappointment in your relationship, and even in your marriage. Is a sign that you need to sit up in the place of prayer. Why am I saying this? Because many people have downplayed this reality. They don't believe that it exists, but believe me, it's a reality. I hope message meets you well. Please share this video to bless others. Shalom and shalom.